Hi all, my name is Lee, welcome to the channel. So I've got something slightly different today. It's actually making some spindles for I believe it's a wool spinning machine. So this is the spindle here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a few pieces of wood on the lathe and I'm going to try and replicate those. So let's take a closer look at what I've got here. So the spindle sits on this piece here. It's a very old machine. This screws on to hold it on and the wool gets spun around this spindle in the middle here. So hopefully you can see that. So what I need to replicate is this component. So it should be relatively easy to do, but it's quite interesting. So to do that, I found some old oak and some offcuts from when I was building my guitars. So these pieces of old oak will make the two ends, and then these squares here I'll spin into a circle that you can see here. So that's what I'm going to do. To start with, I think I'll make the inner circle. So I'll put one of these pieces in the lathe and we'll start spinning it out. Let's do that now. So the first thing I need to do is drill an 8mm hole right in the center of this spindle. It's going to take the entire length of my drill, but luckily because this wood, it should be quite easy to clear and go back in again. I've put a centre in, so now I just need to turn this to about 16mm diameter. So that's the first piece done. 100mm long, about 16mm OD and an 8mm hole in the centre. So that's pretty good. The next piece I need to work on now, I think I'll do the main top spindle piece. So I'll put one of these old blanks into the lathe now and let's carve that out. So for this piece, the outer diameter of the whole piece is roughly 54mm. It needs to be 15mm wide. There needs to be a 16mm hole in the middle. And to make the groove for spooling the wool, I'm going to use a combination of the 90° and 60° cutting tools. And I'm just going to form that by pushing in. So let's do all of that now. $16mm hole, I'll start with a 13mm drill and then I'll widen it with the boring bar. So there's the second piece complete. That's a really good fit. Obviously I'm going to glue these together with some wood glue, but I want a nice fit to start with. So as you can see, we're coming along nicely. All looks pretty identical. I'm pleased with how this is turning out. So the next job now is to do this top piece. I think to make this, I'm just going to use a 90-degree edge, my square cutting bit. This isn't quite that, but it should work just the same. So let's get on and make this piece here. So again, a 16mm hole in the center. The outer diameter of the whole piece is around 13 to 14mm. It's a bit inaccurate, the old one. It's obviously worn over time, and I think it needs to be about 13mm deep, but with a 90-degree angle. I'll just use the square cutting tool just to cut into that. So let's do that now. So I've made all the pieces now. Obviously I've made 4 of them, not just the one. The reason I need to make multiple is so you don't have to keep taking the wool off of one spindle. You can just replace with empty ones. That's what I've been told. I don't really know. So I've got the pieces here. All I need to do now is put a small dab of glue on the end of each one and just push them all together. So they've turned out really well. I'm happy with how these have gone. So just as a reminder, this is the device that sits on the machine with the different bobbins on them. So here's the original bobbin, and these are just the replacements. So you need multiple bobbins just to make it easier to replace them when you need to. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video. It was quite interesting, something slightly different to do. And join me on the next one. So I'll catch you soon. Cheers.